Hey, what's up, guys? Hope all is well with you. It is Saturday. Oh my goodness, guys. Today has been rough. Yesterday was epic. It was me and my husband's 13. What's up? It was me and my husband's 13-year relationship anniversary. So yesterday was epic. But let me tell you guys, today is like totally a different story. So I like to, when doing business with people, especially if they're good people, I like to build great friendships slash business relationships, right? So this is probably about 15, 20 years ago. What's up, PC Hawkins? 15, 20 years ago, my sister introduced me to this accountant. Accountant name is Marilyn. Black owned, and her mother, she worked with her mother as an accountant in doing taxes. I think I was around 27. Yeah, 27 or 28 years old. I remember meeting her, and it was her mother's business, so she was assisting with her mother. I was young, still finding my way in your 20s. And she's been doing my taxes ever since. That's how the rapport was. She was pretty much like my mother, rest in peace to my mother, live and direct and pretty much straight to the point. And then she pretty much will help you get the fullest amount with your taxes. She go above and beyond. She even help you with business stuff. So nevertheless, it was her mother's company. Then she took on and pretty much did the same thing. She took on a lot of her mother clients. I think at that time her mom probably had 700 to 1,000 tax clients. And then I think one day I went to go visit her and found out her mother died. I was like, oh my goodness. I felt bad for her. So Marilyn's my tax accounting, and I brought her flowers when her mother died, because I know she had a close relationship. How I had a close relationship with my mother, but in this sense, hers was with business, right? Marilyn, my accountant, has been doing my taxes probably for over, I would say, 15, 20 years. She's been doing my taxes. And I would come to her. She would fuss me out about stuff, but at the same time, it was with love. Then I introduced her to, at that time, which was my boyfriend, then fiance, now husband, and she would fuss him out too. She's just very live and direct. But nevertheless, she had good business, just relationship, and I loved her. So last time I see her every year, and maybe a couple of years back, she said to me when I was walking when I think I was coming to pick up my paperwork. She said to me, I'm proud of you, and I never forgot that, because she said, I'm proud of you because you're doing your own thing, and you're being your own person, and you're living for yourself, And I never forgot that. I'm thinking about that now. And then, as always, I appreciate that, because sometimes you don't know when people pay attention to you, outside of business relations. So after that, I think it was a couple of years ago, And usually I would come to her. Taxes will drop, to do your taxes probably the last week in January. So usually my account in Maryland, I would see her probably in February. But this time, for personal reasons, I decided I was going to see her later on. And when I finally went to see her, I think it was March, April. I think it was March, the end of March. A couple of years ago when I went to see her. I see her every year, but she was like, yo, I was concerned because I haven't seen you. And I was wondering what happened to you. And you always are on time with dropping off your taxes. And I think it was just a pile of work and a whole bunch of the stuff, right? So I never forgot that. Now, remind you, I've been seeing her for probably over 15 years. So on this day, well, actually last year, went to her. Usually, if I can't get in contact with her, I'll just pop up. And I know I could do that because we have that relationship where I could just pop up. Because I know it's tax season. She has a lot of clients, to the point that I can't even refer any clients to her. Like, she has told me that. That's how good she is. So I think the last time we talked, that she told me she had about, I think, anywhere from 700 to 1,000 clients. She was not taking any more. I understood that, So last year she did my taxes, due to the pandemic. Everything was delayed. I didn't get my taxes till I did them in March. I didn't get my taxes February, March. I didn't get my taxes until September. But I knew it was during the pandemic. But I was calling her to see if she was okay and just let me know that she's okay. And usually she responds back, but I didn't hear from her. And you know what? I didn't think nothing of it because I know she's always busy. And this is, the type of relationship we have. And so today, initially, my husband was like, I was going to go next week. I don't know why I kept putting it off. But my husband was like, you know what, let's go get our taxes done today and see Marilyn. And I was like, all right. So, I'm very, as always, happy to go see her and stuff. And let me tell you, in the midst of that, we're going to her house. And then I'm looking online about DMX. I love DMX. Love. When I say I love DMX, I love him. I just feel guilty I haven't went out and bought any of his albums because they were always sold out. But I will tell you guys, I had the honor of seeing DMX live when I had to do backstage Rock the Bells. I got invited to work on that backstage, and that was the first time I saw DMX live in full effect. And it was years and years because he came out when I was in college, which was epic. The music was epic. I remember hearing a lot of DMX stuff in the club. Like, his music is good, I'm just embarrassed that I don't have any of his music because it's always selling out. But it's understandable. But I was happy and honored to see him live, and he killed that joint. It was so freaking packed. Rock the Bells. If I'm not mistaken, it was in New Jersey. And I was just like, wow, he rocked it. It was never a dull moment. People were hype. He looked great. The way he dressed, he looked like he was pretty much from the 90s, never a dull moment. And his voice is amazing. He has a great cadence, and I love DMX. So, my husband's telling me about, he's dealing with the overdose, and I'm just like, he's in the hospital. And then I'm looking online. What's up, Real J Live? What's up? And they're telling me that he's in, well, I'm looking online and they're saying that he's in the hospital in New York and it's overdose. Let me tell you something. I really want DMX to pull through because I know he has a lot of issues and stuff going on in his life that we will probably never know anything about unless you have worked behind the scenes in the music business. So I'm hoping that I don't finally see, you know, that sad statement, when someone transition. I hope I don't experience that with DMX, because he has definitely impacted my life, as well as the hip hop community, the authentic, the real, like, good music. You'll never get another DMX. There's no one like DMX. He's just that one type of artist. I just think that God has like some special gift on his life, and you could tell, and that's why people are so touched by him. So that was like the first sad notion that, he's in the hospital right now, and I really hope that he pulls through, and that we definitely need to pray for DMX. So I'm on my way, me and my husband, to my accountant, pulling up. My husband drops me off. I see the son outside. She only has one child, which is the son. He's talking to somebody. So I'm thinking, you're thinking normal. You're thinking like I always do when I come to her house. I'm thinking that people are coming in and out, because that's how busy she is, and that's how good she is. She's an excellent accountant. She's an excellent with dealing with taxes, and then also with helping you with business stuff too. So see him. He doesn't look like himself, but I'm not thinking any of it. And so I'm like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, hey. And I'm like, is your mother home? And he's like, come in the yard. So I'm not thinking anything. And the guy that he was talking to was an older guy. I think is another client. He's walking out, and he's looking some type of way, but it doesn't dawn on me or anything. So yeah. And I'm like, before the son could even get an answer, I'm like, listen, I've been calling you guys and no one's answering, which is not normal, but I know usually when that she's busy. And he told me my accountant passed away. He said my mother passed away. Of COVID. Oh, it was rough, guys. I couldn't believe it. I was in pure shock. And I was just in pure shock. I mean, this is like the third person for me. It was just wow. I was just like, wow. And he said, listen. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, yeah, she passed away. And it was 2 weeks ago. And her clients are coming constantly. I had to cut down everything. Thank you, Real J Live. And I was, oh my goodness. He's like she's a black woman. And when I tell you, she has so many clients, like I said, anywhere from, I remember the last time she told me either 700 to 1,000, because I was referring a person to her. She's like, listen, I'm not taking no more referrals. That's how good she was. She's like my auntie. And he was like, yo, I done cut her son. He's like, I done cut all her numbers off, the business numbers. I was like, so are you going to take over doing the taxes? He was like, no, I'm not doing that. Because Marilyn, this business started with her mother. And then she took on her mother's business after her mother transitioned. And it was just like, wow. And I used to think, and I think I even told her one time, or asked her, like, listen, if you transition before I do, who am I going to get to do my taxes? Who am I going to get to that's going to be like you? And you know, in this world, everybody is different. Everybody has their own personality. I will never get another accountant like her. I won't. And it was more, you know, it's one thing when you do business with somebody or somebody do your taxes, you know, it's business. But with her, it was business, and it was a lot of love and a lot of, it was just like annoying at times, you know, like family, disagreements, all of that. But it was mainly love. So I was like, I'm never going to get that. I'll be surprised if I get that, but I'm never going to get that. And I used to be concerned about that. And I thought about that recently. And I was thinking last year or a couple of years ago when she was wondering why I didn't come early, and I usually come early. I feel like that should have been a clue to come early, because you just never know. And I know she had health issues and stuff, but to just, you think you're coming to get your taxes done and then you find out your accountant passed away, it is a sad situation. So nevertheless, guys, it's very important to build relationship with people who are good people, like Marilyn, rest in peace to Marilyn, who are going to sit down, talk to you. It's not always about just getting your money. I mean, she just really looked out. I mean, the last time I talked to Marilyn, which was last year, she was telling me to do my business plan so I could write my business plan so I could have it ready, so then she could help me with getting grants for my wedding planning stuff. And just a lot of different things. And every time I come, it wouldn't be just come to your taxes, drop them off, and leave. It would be sit down, conversate, talk about family, talk about life, talk about getting married, all of that. She was supposed to come to my wedding when we was our wedding, in Antigua, and she's like, "Listen, I don't like to fly," but she told me, you know, that she would come, and it's just heartbroken now that you're not even thinking nothing of it, and then you find out that somebody you cared about, business, you know, just that's you're doing business with, which is very rare, that they're no longer here. So today is like a sad day. It's I want to say it's partially a sad day in hip hop too, but I'm like I said, I hope DMX pulls through this. But yeah, guys, now I gotta find somebody to do my taxes that I can trust, and it's not gonna, you know, be jerking you over. And I've heard horror stories about people finding accountants and people that do taxes, and they do them and mess them all up, and then the person has to pay all this money back to the IRS. And I will tell you, with her, I never had that issue. I need to knock on wood. Never. So anyway, guys, that has been my tough day. It's just it's an eye opener. That also, I mean, I am aware that you need to check on people, but when people don't pick up their phones, or answer, I advise you guys to immediately go see them. I feel like I should have done that last year instead of this year. You know, I'm wishing I would have went early. I wish I would have went usually in February, because he said she passed away in March. You know, but I wish I would have went last year when she was in. I got my taxes late, but she wasn't answering the phone. I just thought it was weird, and I should have stopped by. But anyway, she has impacted my life a lot. I've been going to my accountant, Marilyn, since my 20s, and I'm now 44. It's a long time, you know? I have that same type of relationship with my OBGYN. I've been going to my OBGYN the same time I've been going to my accountant. And she's Russian, but my accountant was black, you know. And just sad about that. I feel like I lost an aunt. Anyway, like I said, guys, family, even if you don't do business with people, family members, you know, that you're close to and that you communicate, you know, with, check up on them. And people that you do have good business structure like that, check up on them. And if they don't answer the phone, listen, make an effort to go see them, because sometimes people don't have kids. Sometimes people don't have anyone checking on them. It's a lot of people out there like that. You know, you got people that have kids, and the kids don't even go check on their parents. I've heard stories and know people doing that now. And I never understood how people could have parents and they don't really check up on them periodically. You know, at least once a week or every day, whatever, at least once a week. But you got people out here like that, and they just going on with their life, and then God forbid something happens to their parent, they wondering, you know, oh, dad, I should have checked up on them, you know. So check up on your loved ones, check up on the people that are good people, that, you know, you look out for each other. I am really going to miss Marilyn. I'm going to miss the conversations. You know, she would chew me out. She would give me good advice. You know, she would tell me what not to do in regards to business and stuff like that. So, it's sad. Today is sad. Yesterday was epic and today is sad. That's how life is, unfortunately. Other than that, guys, yeah, my advice to you if you watch this is to check up on your friends that are really your friends. Check up on your family that really care about you, and you know, make time. If they don't answer their phone and stuff, check up on them, because you just never know. You never know. All right, guys. I hope you have a good Saturday. I hope this wasn't too much for you. But I wanted to share this because sometimes, you know, people don't know situations you've dealt with. This is like, let's see. This is like the third person. The third person I was like cool with and really liked that are gone from COVID. And these are older people. All of the three people that I know have passed away from COVID, or like 50s and up. Yeah. It's an eye opener. This whole situation is an eye opener for me. It's definitely gonna make me want to be even more, try to start being more healthier. Not even try, just be more healthier than what I am already. Because, you know, you just never know. Anyway, guys, if you don't know, I am on YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. It is free. I'll be trying to do a lot of more commentary and stuff. And thanks for following me. Thanks for liking. Thanks for The condolence, thanks for the wishing well, the wishes and blessings in regards to my being newly married, you know, and take care of yourself and take care of the people that care about you, and also have some compassion, because life is tough. It ain't easy. This life ain't easy at all. It's rough. It's all in how you deal with it. All right, guys. Thank you for checking out my live. We'll see you in the next video. And be well. Check up on your family members. Check up on your peoples. And one thing I will also tell you too, develop good relationships with people you do business with. Like how I did with Marilyn. She was my accountant for over 15 years. I have a nail tech. It's been probably a few years now. I have a good relationship with her. My OBGYN. The list goes on. Develop good relationships also, because, we need each other in some form of fashion. And money ain't everything, All right. Peace. And this is Iveriani.